A very good evening to you, and you are welcome on another edition of News Diary tonight. News Diary is the compilation of fresh reports and some of the ones that made headlines in the course of the week. I am Toyin Batire. We will go on a short break. News Diary returns with the news of the day. Please stay with us. First Lady of Nigeria, Oluremi Tinubu, wants Nigerians to help raise awareness on the rights, dignity, health, and well-being of persons living with albinism. A message marking the 2026 International Albinism Awareness Day with the theme Demanding Our Rights, Protect Our Skin, Preserve Our Lives. Note that persons living with albinism still face discrimination, stigma, and health challenges, particularly the high risk of skin cancer due to prolonged exposure to the sun and limited access to sunscreen, protective clothing, regular skin screenings, and treatment services. The First Lady therefore enjoins Nigerians to strengthen inclusion, protect the rights of persons with albinism, promote access to healthcare services, and create a society where every individual is treated with fairness, love, respect, and equal opportunity. Sustaining democratic gains while addressing pressing security challenges is critical to Nigeria's continued development. Former Governor of Edo State, Senator Adams Oshiomhole, stated this at a public lecture held in Akure to commemorate this year's Democracy Day. Paul Omukago has details.
June 12, often referred as a watershed in the nation's democratic process, contributes to the unbroken historic record of civilian rule over the years since 1999. Delivering a lecture, Senator Adams Oshiomhole underscored the progress and contributions made by successive administrations. He went down memory lane pointing out the roles played by NEDECO, civil society organizations, and media, among others. Democracy in all ramifications, he noted, is better because of the freedom it gives to the people to express themselves on national issues.
Abiola taught us to stand, even where the whole world is quiet, speak out. For me, this is the essence of June 12. Not the fact that a man was born, called Abiola, and then he died. But he died for a cause. And democracy has a purpose. To empower ordinary people, to interrogate big people.
Chairman of Education and a former secretary to the government of the Federation, Oba Olu Falaye, while speaking on the sacrifices made during the struggle to actualize June 12, described democracy as progressive and a virtue for good governance and development.
I thank God, since the NADECO struggle, there has been no military intervention in Nigeria. I believe that will be the last. There will never be any military intervention again. Because for the first time, we confronted the military for 6 years. Of course, some of us were detained, some were exiled, some were killed. But despite that, we did not give up.
Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa says insecurity is anti-democratic and slows down the progress and development made by governments at all levels.
As we approach another crucial phase in our democratic journey, including the build-up to the 2027 general elections and security concerns in some parts of the country, it becomes even more important to reflect deeply on how far we have come and the challenges that still lies ahead.
The celebration was attended by top government officials, the military and paramilitary agencies, as well as organized labor. In Akure, Paul Omukago, NTA News.
You are still watching News Diary. We will go on another break. It returns shortly. Please stay with us.
Prestigious NTA Television College, widely recognized for its professionalism and excellence in media training, has achieved another significant milestone. In addition to its existing affiliation with Ahmadu Bello University Zaria for the award of a degree in mass communication, the college has now received official approval from the National Board for Technical Education (NBTE) to commence National Diploma (ND) programs in mass communication and multimedia. Additional programs are also in progress. Admission requirements: a minimum of 5 O-level credit passes in relevant subjects. For National Diploma ND programs, minimum JAMB admissible score of 100. For degree programs, recommended JAMB score of 180 and above. This is a great opportunity to become part of the college's growing legacy in media and broadcast education. For more information,
visit our website at www.ntatvc.edu.ng or call these following numbers: 0803-838-4343, 0806-980-9897. Announcer Management.
Many thanks for staying tuned. You can also watch News Diary on these social media handles: Facebook at Nta Akure, YouTube at Nta Akure. Now to some of the reports that made headlines in the course of the week. Stakeholders in the Nigerian health sector during the week identified mandatory health insurance, targeted subsidies for vulnerable populations, effective utilization of the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund, and increased investment in community-based primary health care as critical measures for achieving universal health coverage despite prevailing economic challenges. This was at the opening of the maiden national summit of the state social health insurance agencies of Nigeria, held in Akure. The report. With the theme Economic Realities and the Universal Health Coverage Dream, mobilizing states for scalable health insurance, stakeholders from across Nigeria converged on the International Event Center Akure to share experiences and explore strategies for advancing universal health coverage across the federation. The stakeholders noted that achieving universal health coverage, a key target under the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, expected to be attained by 2030, requires strong, efficient, and equitable health systems that are deeply rooted in the communities they serve. They explained that UHC seeks to ensure that all people have access to quality health services without suffering financial hardship. According to them, sustained investment in primary health care remains critical to identifying, prioritizing, and addressing the healthcare needs of communities in an integrated and people-centered manner.
Ensuring that we strengthen the regulatory functions of the NHIA so that we can set a level playing field and support the state health insurance schemes.
We must mobilize resources efficiently, block financial leakages.
The dream of universal health coverage is not merely a policy aspiration. It is a promise to millions of Nigerians, a promise that healthcare will not push families into poverty.
We shall identify sustainable financing, public-private partnership mechanisms, and foster deeper collaboration between the NHIA, state agencies, and development partners.
Speaking at the summit, Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa said state-owned contributory health insurance schemes have continued to deliver positive outcomes by reducing the burden of out-of-pocket medical expenses on citizens. The governor emphasized that social health insurance remains one of the most effective tools available to government for achieving universal health coverage through the pooling of funds and risk across the population.
In the health sector of Ondo State, we have institutionalized equity and access across our communities through several landmark achievements.
The two-day summit is expected to generate practical solutions, foster collaboration among stakeholders, and inspire innovative approaches aimed at expanding access to affordable, high-quality healthcare services for all Nigerians. A 10 MVA power injection transformer substation was during the week commissioned in Ileoliji Kingdom in Ileoliji Okegbo government area of Ondo State to improve electricity supply. Ayomide Olowoyo reports that the commissioning was part of activities marking the 10th coronation anniversary of the Jegun of Ileoliji, His Imperial Majesty Olufaderin Oluwole Adetime.
According to research, Ileoliji town has been using a 2.5 MVA transformer, which could no longer meet growing electricity demands, which prompted sons and daughters of Ileoliji, both home and abroad, to support the project. One of the diamond donors, Oladele Fajemirokun, represented by his daughter, Simisola Fajemirokun, described the project as significant to improving power supply and boosting economic growth in the community.
One thing I do know is that where there's power, it increases people's capacity to do more.
Ondo State Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa, represented by the Commissioner for Culture and Chieftaincy Affairs, Nta Akure, congratulated the monarch on his 10 years on the throne, praising his commitment to development.
It shows that he's been able to provide leadership for his people in order to make his community to be a leading light for other community to emulate.
Community leaders commended the monarch for his service and noted that the project would improve security and support businesses in the area.
It's a major milestone for us as people of this kingdom, and we thank God for making it possible through the instrumentality of the indigents of this community.
His Imperial Majesty Olufaderin Oluwole Adetimehin appreciated individuals, groups, and stakeholders for supporting the project, describing electricity as essential to modern development.
The population has grown, the economy of the place has been expanding, and we have been experiencing shortage of power supply. We are thankful to God that our vision and mission has been fully accomplished.
Further activities marking the 10th coronation anniversary continue. In Akure, Ayomide Olowoyo, NTA News.
Residents of Omi Ayo community in Ore, Odigbo local government area of Ondo State during the week welcomed the commissioning of a reconstructed link bridge that remained impassable for years following its collapse. The project undertaken by the local government was expected to improve access, ease transportation challenges, and stimulate economic activities within the community and its environs. Kayode Olorundare reports.
Residents of Omiayo community in Ore, Odigbo local government area, were filled with excitement as the reconstructed link bridge was officially commissioned, ending years of difficulties caused by the collapse of the vital infrastructure.
And commissioning it in the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit.
Speaking at the ceremony, the chairman of the local government, Taiwo Adegoroye, described the bridge as a strategic link connecting the Omiayo community to the Lagos-Benin Expressway. He noted that the project would improve access, enhance mobility, and stimulate economic activities within the area.
Thousands are passing it every day. During the collapse of the bridge, it has crippled the economic and the financial activities of this environment. I want to appreciate Mr. Governor for giving us an enabling environment to construct the bridge.
Some residents expressed appreciation to Ondo State Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa and the local government chairman for facilitating the reconstruction of the bridge, describing the project as a long-awaited intervention that would significantly improve transportation and socio-economic activities in the community.
When the bridge collapsed, then people have been yearning, and the governor listened to us, and the contractor will be mobilized. And today, we can see the people of Omiayo, we are rejoicing.
Because without this one, we cannot cross over. If you want to go to Showboy, we go back again. One pass the express.
The working local government chairman, we are very happy, and we are giving him full support. So support them in anything they are doing. And we still need more projects in the local government.
We thank him very so much. So, more blessing.
Political stakeholders also commended the initiative, saying the restored bridge would boost commerce, improve connectivity, and contribute to the overall economic development of Ore and its surrounding environments. From Ore in Odigbo local government, Kayode Olorundare, NTA News.
Residents of Akure during the week described the recent hike in cooking gas as increasingly unbearable as it's becoming a major source of concern to them. They appealed to the relevant authorities to urgently intervene and implement measures to ease the burden on households. Oluwakemi Ademola reports.
Cooking gas remains an essential source of energy for many households because it is considered cleaner and more environmentally friendly. However, the recent increase in its price has become a growing concern for residents. A kilogram of cooking gas now sells for between 1,700 naira and 1,850 naira in some gas outlets, making it increasingly difficult for many families to afford. The gas station operators attributed the hike in price to supply constraints and rising operational costs.
The reason why it's expensive now is because it's scarce. There's no gas. Presently now we are selling the one that we just got last week, and our truck has gone back like a few days ago. As at this morning, our truck has not been able to load.
Residents have expressed concern over the situation and are appealing to the relevant authorities to ensure a reduction in the price of cooking gas.
Now it's 1.7, and last time I got it was 1.3. It's so expensive now.
We beg the government to please help us. The gas has been going up. The price is too much. Please, they should please help us.
NTA News observed that many households and food vendors have resorted to the use of charcoal as an alternative source of fuel due to the high cost of cooking gas.
That gas, it costs more. Now I dey fast do my food quick. May they reduce the money, may they small because of people.
For gas now that has rise, charcoal doesn't rise for now, but is used to move.
Further investigation revealed that several retail gas outlets were not open for business, while others complained of low patronage as consumers struggle to cope with the rising costs. In Akure, Oluwakemi Ademola, NTA News.
This is News Diary, and you are still watching the news that came your way in the course of the week. The need to strengthen agricultural management, environmental regulation, public health policy, and biotechnology development in the country for a conducive environment for all living things, especially the invisible ones, was during the week stressed. A professor of applied soil and environmental microbiology, Federal University of Technology, FUTA, Professor Nta Akure stated this while delivering the 200th inaugural lecture in Akure. The report. The inaugural lecture was with the theme Productivity of Unseen Allies in Conducive and Unconducive Environments, a Great Wonder. Professor Nta noted that bacteria and fungi are broad types of microorganisms, which are typically the unseen allies that either cause diseases or damage crops. However, according to him, their significance in maintaining a balanced and healthy ecosystem should not be overlooked, stressing that production of antibiotics from soil microorganisms are the primary source of natural antibiotics.
Instead of using chemical pesticides that are deleterious, the use of these biological pesticides can reduce, plant diseases and reduce the effect that the chemical pesticide is causing to beneficial soil microorganisms. We have found out that there are some microorganisms that can serve as bioflocculant. Instead of using chemical, flocculant like alum, you can use some microorganisms like Bacillus subtilis to solve from my research to coagulate water to do the flocculation aspect.
For the Vice Chancellor of FUTA, Professor Adenike Oladiji, and other participants, the lecture will enlighten institutions to convert science into action.
Microorganisms are very, very important. That the world will not be a place without microorganisms.
Microorganisms, in one way or the other, they are advantageous to human health.
The inaugural lecture was the 8th from the Department of Microbiology and first from the Environmental Microbiology Unit in the Department of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, FUTA. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board JAMB during the week opened its portal for eligible candidates to print their notification slips for the 2026 MOPUP Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination scheduled for June 13. JAMB advised candidates to visit its official website and print their slips ahead of the examination. According to JAMB's public communication advisor, Dr. Fabian Benjamin, the MOPUP examination is for candidates who missed the main UTME due to technical issues or were unable to complete biometric verification during the earlier exercise. The board urged candidates to familiarize themselves with the examination centers and comply with all instructions on their slips, which contain details such as examination dates, times, and venue. JAMB also emphasized that this mop-up exercise represents the final opportunity for eligible candidates to sit for the 2026 UTME. And lastly, on News Diary tonight, stakeholders during the week urged citizens to verify information from credible sources before sharing it, warning that false information can undermine public trust and fuel unnecessary tension. This followed how social media increasingly shapes public discourse and information consumption, which concerns are growing over the spread of misinformation and fake news. Edin Dubusi has details.
Social media has become a major source of information for many Nigerians. However, the ease and speed of sharing content online have also fueled the spread of false and misleading information. Some media practitioners say professional journalism remains crucial in ensuring that credible and accurate information reaches the public. They stress the need for social media users to verify information before sharing it.
Even the AI as well has also been a plus and of course a minus, because people can sit down in their room and construct an image and back it up with a write-up.
It brings out a fear in the minds of people, whereby people have to be scared, and then even though that news is not actually true.
Some people are employed by it, that they also use this fake news, and it's because there is a market for it. When there is a market for something, some people will capitalize on that.
Stakeholders also emphasize the importance of public awareness and digital literacy in addressing the challenge. They warn that misinformation can erode public trust, create unnecessary tension, and negatively impact society.
Those who are involved, they should come out and say what is right.
Not everybody should be given an approval to run a social media handle.
The media too, since they have a association, media team, I think they should have people that we look out for all these people that are going about with all these fake stories.
When that information came out about the fear issue, the government have to quickly attend to that case.
Experts are therefore urging citizens to rely on credible sources, verify facts, and think critically before sharing information on social media platforms. Nta Akure, Helen Ndubuisi, NTA News.
And that's News Diary tonight. We thank you for watching. Good evening.
The FIFA World Cup 2020